Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. It's a Sunday stream. Not my typical stream, but thanks for anyone who's popping in tonight. Just going to do some wrapping up of the Odious project, get as much done as I can on stream, and then working through the night to get all the files processed and to Wade. So the factory can have all the files and stuff. Everything's pretty much done except for a few parts, and I'm going to work on that tonight on stream. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin. I go by KGart82 online on Instagram and YouTube and here on Twitch. I'm a 3D digital modeler, primarily sculptor. Been doing it for about 20 years now in the toy industry, and yeah, a lot of fun. And now I'm streaming. So here we go. And the first round of ads is going to come pretty soon. That's okay. When you're live from a location, hey, cool. All right, here we go. So tonight, I'm I'm going to be working on one of the last accessories, but I'll also show you guys some of the stuff that I have been uh, completing today. You might have seen it on Instagram. I did show some stuff. So let's go through. I'm going to change my material. We have the Oni head, which I did on the last stream I was on. Let's see. Chilling in the hotel, too scared to walk around. Early start in the morning anyway. Well, thanks for hanging with us, man. I appreciate you, even when you're out of town and doing all kinds of stuff to, you know, pop on in. But yeah, this was from the 5 hour stream a couple weeks ago. Didn't stream last week for a number of reasons. I was camping and then we got evacuated because there was a fire. And then I was going to end up streaming anyway, but just after that weekend, I was so exhausted that I just couldn't do it. But I didn't want to miss another week, so here we are. When ads are going to start in 5 minutes, so if you are not subscribed and you're hanging out, please stick around through the ads. We'll have a good night. And thank you to those who are subscribed. If you do sub, it gets you through the ads, and it also helps me keep this stream going. But of course, no need to subscribe. Glad to have you here watching no matter what. That's just what you get if you are subscribed. So let's see, we have um, that. Oh, first, actually, I need to do something. I'm going to go to full me for a second because I need to hide something. I don't want to accidentally show a cool thing. Did I put it here? Yeah, okay. There's one head that has not been revealed yet, and I don't want to spoil that. That's not my place. Okay. Let's see, I showed you the Oni. Let's get back over to the scene. Then we got here, we got the Dave Williams awesome rendition of Odious. Let's hide the hat. I do like it. Still has that kind of like Clint Eastwood flair, but it's more graphic, a little bit of a different design of Odious, so that's really cool. And then we have two Inuit heads. We have the kind of neutral version. And then the Rage Screaming version with this cool like visor. So this will come with the Inuit, should have the colors. See, it's starting to, should have the blue-white color scheme to him, which is going to be really cool. Love how that looks. And then we have the other two Ronin heads. We have this kind of rage one. And then the creepy smiling one. So just really cool stuff. See, and I think that's it besides the last one that I can't show you guys yet. I don't know when Wade is going to reveal that. It is exciting. And then what I've been working on today, I hide some of this stuff, is a new Pam, another weapon for the Inuit Odious, which is super cool. It's just going to be like it's more like an ice giant pickaxe kind of thing, and yeah, so similar to this other one here. Let me do this. So this is the other one that had been shown previously. So we got these two ice weapons for Inuit Odious. So exciting stuff. I can also show you right now the accessory, one of two accessories for Ronin Odious. There's got this katana, Pam katana, with its sheath. So this is done, and then mainly, well, I'll wait. The ads are just starting, if they haven't already started, and then we'll talk about what we're mainly focusing on tonight. And they said they're starting soon. They never start when they say they're going to start. I also am thinking about, oh, there they are. I also am thinking about changing my stream software because there's another one that some of my streamer mutuals and folks that I mod for have been switching to. That's really cool, has a lot of neat features, uh, especially for it's another free software, and I believe does have a pay version with even more stuff. So if you're a streamer that requires more and has more income coming in, you can take more advantage of it. But yeah, it is pretty cool stuff. But I'm thinking of switching because it seems pretty feature rich and very simple for those of you that are streamers or have streamed. There's OBS and Streamlabs are kind of the two main ones that at least I'm familiar with. And I don't use OBS because it didn't work well with my computer. I think it's a personal issue. Um, so I'm using Streamlabs, but Meld, which is what I'm thinking of going for, is kind of in between those two as far as features and clean UI and accessibility. So we'll see, you know? But yeah. So for those of you that have just come in, maybe came in while the ad break is going, you already had your own ads as you came in, welcome. Um, I am a toy sculptor primarily. I do have a day studio job and I do the streaming thing for fun and I do some side work uh, for friends and stuff. And that's what I've been working on lately. A buddy of mine, Unparalleled Universe. I will actually bring up his Instagram. And he created a figure that was kickstarted and it's had two successful Kickstarter campaigns. Both I've been lucky to be a part of. So this guy, he is a toy designer, officially now. Got a line of figures under his belt. I pin his Instagram at the top. He also does YouTube toy reviews. Really cool guy, fun to work with. And now we should be back from the ads. So if you missed it, shouting out Wade, the guy that I'm doing all this Odious stuff for. Odious is an original character of his. He is a YouTube toy reviewer and now official toy designer. I've worked with him for 2 successful Kickstarter campaigns, and that's what we're wrapping up with today. So we have the katana that I have made for the Ronin version of the character. This is pretty much ready to go, and the last thing that I'm working on that I need to finish during this stream is a for the Army Odious, it is a rifle. And the fun part about it with this whole thing being on stream is I need to make sure that I'm very clear that this is a replica. This is not being made for any real purposes. This is a toy. Hey, what's up, Wedge? Thanks for joining. Saw you were streaming today, buddy. I hope your streams were good. I'm just starting and I'm working on the rifle for Army Odious. And so I'm going to try to do this in parts because even though TTS says that, hey, you can uh, do all this without, yep, working on a pew pew. Since it's a toy, I should be able to work on it just fine, and it's not going to go against any TOS stuff, but I'm still going to try to keep it minimal and not show too much of it in full until maybe it's like complete for the night, because I don't want to mess with that kind of stuff. But I've even broken up the images of it into separate parts so that way I can, you know, go through it bit by bit and never show the whole thing at once. And hopefully that will help. But yeah, so thanks everyone for joining. Hey, what's up, Carrie? Good to see you. Um, I know it's a different night, so I appreciate everyone coming by and hanging out on their Sunday evening. I have considered changing to Sundays or Mondays, wondering if it'll be easier for folks, but we'll see. You'll have to tell me what you guys think, what you're feeling, if uh, Sunday nights are a good night for you. They are good for me, but, and I might do maybe alternating Sunday nights or like a Sunday every once in a while. I know I've talked with some of you that are regulars here about adjusting my stream schedule so I can have Saturdays every once in a while. But yeah, so tonight we're just chilling. I'm working on this. I'm not going to go into too much detail about any specifics of the stuff that I'm doing unless y'all are curious. Please feel free to ask questions. I'm always more than happy to discuss any of the things that I'm doing. But tonight, yeah, it is all about getting stuff done. But yeah, I am happy to have made it back last weekend after the fires. It was just a wild time, and I'm hoping that also all the other troops that were out there made it safe. It was a Boy Scout camporee where we were, and there were several camps going, and I don't think we were super close to the fire. Let's see, I'm just lurking, but what's up, everyone? Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in and lurking. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Um, but yeah, fire was crazy, but all the boys did a good job. We made it home safe. Like I said, I hope the other troops that were there made it back safely with minimal issues. But yeah, crazy times last weekend. See, yeah, that fire stuff was wild, dude. Yeah, yeah, no, it was super nuts. It was crazy because it wasn't like incredibly close, which we were lucky for, but it was close enough? So I'm just glad that everybody made it safe. Our troop was actually the first troop to notice it, and we told the people that were running the event, and they were like, huh, yeah, good to know. And then they communicated with the fire folks and kind of sat on it for a little bit, trying to figure out what to do. And we even considered staying a little bit longer, but ultimately we're like, yeah, no, fire can move fast. So even though we are not going to stick around to find out. And luckily, like after leaving, uh, looked into it, and yeah, it started out at around 4 acres when we noticed it, and ended up being about, gosh, 205 acres. So it was a huge, huge fire. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to go detail by detail to get all these little bits done tonight. And hopefully, within the 2 hours, it will be close enough. All right. Well, how's everybody doing tonight that's in here? If you're not lurking, if you're hanging out, if you can chat a little bit, tell me how you guys are doing. You do anything fun yesterday? I personally was lucky and got to go to Ren Fair yesterday. So that was basically what I was up to yesterday. Noise. Yes, yes. It was very nice. Really had a good time. Let me just get this stuff out of the way. Also just show it is not hollow, nice and capped off. See, I'm just zoning out, watching and listening, stream whilst messing with my pedals. Oh yeah, I know you got your cool new pedals. And you were doing jam streams today, right? See, I have my looper pedal on with sweet loop chord progression going, and I'm playing with reverb. Nice. Just one new one today. Nice. Okay, let's see. Also, if I zone out, pay no mind. There you go. See, let's see what do you say. The first one I wanted wasn't there in stock. I saw the one I ended up with, and I'm glad I got it. It's got a Balrog on it. I don't know. You'll have to explain what that means to me. Let's see. Is the Twitch weird about? Oh yeah. Um, it seems okay in this particular situation. I wanted to look it up because I wasn't sure because the goal is just in general to avoid violent stuff. So it looks like for artistic purposes, it's fine as long as you're not creating something that's going to be meant for violence. Since this is going to be a toy, um, it should be fine, especially since I'm doing like 3D and right now it's like just a bunch of blocky stuff. But I also want to be careful because, it is a realistic replica in a way. So I should be fine. I'm not too worried about it, but I want to be on the safe side because I'm still only at the beginning of, you know, my Twitch journey, and I don't want that to be thwarted for silly, silly reasons. So we gonna err on the side of caution. Let's see. Balrog is the flame demon. Oh, well, yes, I know what that is. So it's got a Balrog on it. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like an audio thing or you were talking about the actual Balrog. I'm familiar with that. See, censorship is crazy these days. I don't know. I don't see this too much as censorship. Like they don't really want anybody doing crazy violent stuff. I know there's people that probably do like educational and gun related things on stream. Also, there have been people that have done stupid things on stream, which then, they become liable. So it's not so much censorship as much as it is just like what they will be held accountable for. Um, and yeah, like everything that I looked up was like, it should be fine. So I'm not worried about it. It's more me probably erring on the side of caution than anything else than like a censorship issue, to be perfectly honest. I mean, there's plenty of stuff TOS wise that I think is incredibly silly with Twitch. So I'm also not defending in any way, because there's some stuff that's just very silly. But we ball. No, it's not your bad man. No, easy misunderstanding. I just was not quite sure what you meant, so I wanted to be clear. Because I mean, I can totally see like somebody naming some sort of like cool audio thing, some sort of distortion or whatever, a Balrog, and I wouldn't know. Let's see, it does have a burn setting on it though, which is kind of, oh, that's neat. Like, is it a visual kind of burn thing, or is it like an audio, like it has like this like burn off effect? See, there are many with names like that. There's the centaur, the worm. It's an audio thing. Yeah. See. I'm in a toy photography group on Facebook. I got flagged for people posting pics uh, alluding to explicit content. So if the group gets another strike, it will get banned. Yeah, I mean that's a tough thing too, because like there's artistic expression, and then there's just like it's not really for artistic purposes. It has other uh, purposes, which I'm fine with, but I understand like time and place kind of thing. Like Facebook is probably not the place for that. Though it is funny, there are like creators that promote, and so I think it's one thing for it to be like a group that is not meant for that to have things that might cross that line. But Facebook's gonna Facebook also. See, the admin said it was a Lego photo. I mean, obviously you can't get too explicit with Lego, but then there's also like what were the Lego doing? That's only my like if it was a Lego photo that triggered it, it makes you go like, okay, what possibly could be happening with some Legos that made them go, oh yeah, that's too much. Let's see. I was looking at the other distortion pedal that was called Guardian of the Worm. It also had a noise gate feature on it. Cool pedal, but too much chainsaw burr for me. I like a cool burning sound. No, that's fair. Let's see. Also, apologies for my blocks of text going all over the place. My brain is well. And dude, no worries over here. Not at all. Thanks for chatting, guys. It keeps my mind going, so I appreciate it. And what do you prefer to go by, MW Forrester? Because I do not want to call you anything you would prefer not. I can call you Forrester. I call you Mike. Okay, cool. Michael. Michael it is. I knew that was your name, but I don't like to lead with people's first names. on the internet just in case. Mine is out there, so I don't mind, and I also have mine right there, so it doesn't bother me too much. There we go, that's almost there. But also, people just don't like to be quote unquote doxxed, and I don't blame them. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a thing at some point for people when they do certain kinds of work. Yeah, I mean, I need to kind of be recognized now as who I am. So that's kind of the only reason I go about it now. But, it is what it is. I'm also fine with all the other stuff that everyone called me. Let's see. What? Memi, thank you for joining. W first time chatter. Ah, so sweet of you. Shouldn't you be in bed by now? Is it late or is it early for you? Is it early for you right now? Am I winning in that way? See, one. It is indeed almost 4 a.m. Are you still up? Or did you wake up soup? No, you have to be still up because I was just talking to you like hours ago. Don't worry about the cats. Not a big deal. But thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Maybe. So funny. So you'll do this. Shout. And anybody doesn't know, maybe Bun also streams. Today was a big day for her. Her 6 year anniversary. Was this your affiliate 6 year anniversary, or was this like 6 years just streaming? Either way, very exciting. W 6 years. Let's see. I was about to hop in bed and I saw her first one streaming. I was like, "Wowee, hang on." Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you um, popping in. I am working on an accessory for an action figure for a buddy's Kickstarter that was successful that I have helped him on. 6 years affiliate, but basically also stream. Yay! No, that's really exciting. I mean, that'll be my anniversary is going to be pretty close in that regard too, because I was lucky and had some really awesome supportive people, and I got to affiliate very quick. So yeah, let's see. And you're welcome for the shout out. Everyone go check out, give Memi a follow. She is super cool. I have chatted with her and a couple different streamers, or not a couple, Nerf, Nerf Noodle, and also have been to a couple of her streams. She is very sweet, very fun, does gaming streams, but also she is super tired right now. Sorry, nails won't. It is okay. Seriously, just the fact that you're here for a little bit um, is sending me right now. So thank you. I appreciate you coming on in as I work on this rifle of sorts. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right back at you. You are also a cutie patootie. That is for sure. Um, Cutie patootie working on a rifle. Yay! A toy rifle. All right, so I think we got the muzzle down, so we can start focusing on the back portion. See, also, let's see if I can do this too, because I was already talking to this guy and I've shouted him out a bunch of times, but I love him so much, and I will shout him out to the end of time. Too early? Yay, there we go. Also, Jester Wedge. Everybody, everybody. Memi and Wedge. Two awesome streamer pals that I enjoy so much. Is it? And I don't, it might be. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. So, uh, and like I said, I don't want to show, let's see. Nah, it's this chat 44. Here, I'll kind of like piece together some of the bits so you can see. So you can probably tell. See, I play CS and Val. That's the only guns I know. I mean, oh, and Rust. It's okay. I play none of those, so you're already ahead of the game. You know way more than I am on. I haven't played any shooters like realistic shooters. I used to play COD years and years and years ago. I don't remember any of that stuff. See, it's an old German World War II rifle. Yeah, I figured that. But yeah, so the whole story behind Odious is he's kind of a Wendigo kind of figure. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Six? Ooh woo. Miss you, buddy. Long time no see. Yes, shit gives you wrinkles. That is hilarious. Um, but yeah, so I'm just trying to get this thing done. We're gonna go through the night. Well, I guess I can show you. I can show this off again because there's people that were here that are here that weren't here when I started this evening. So I'll show all the heads that I've been working on the past month or so. See. So yeah, so this is all these are different versions of this one character. Let's see. Do you do this professionally or is this just a hobby? Because this is so I do this professionally. I have a day job where I work at a studio making action figures and statues and stuff. And then this is like half for fun. Well, the streaming stuff is all for fun. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Memi. This is like partly for fun. This is currently is a freelance job that I'm doing with slash for a friend. So this is a little bit different than my usual kind of stream stuff. Um, Michael, MW Forrester is also familiar with me from that world because he's done a lot of awesome toy photography of the Odious figure. And actually, while I'm at it, oop, we'll do this. So if you guys want, definitely check out his Instagram. A lot of amazing toy photography. Are those heads all for the Ronin version? No, only three of them are for the Ronin version. Two of them are for the Inuit, and one is an additional cowboy Odious figure. But yeah, check out Michael's Instagram. Awesome toy photography. Also toy photography of this particular line of figures from the Kickstarter. So I think you did. Yeah, did you? Am I done? Am I assuming? Did you get some shots, or you did you just do classic? O? 'Oh, I know there's some people that did get their hands on and take photos of the new stuff during the campaign, but I don't remember if you happen to have that opportunity. Let's see. Oh yeah, no problem. Didn't shoot any of the, okay, so you did not see. This looks straight out of the movies. Yeah, his photography is so good. Definitely one of my fave toy photographers. But yeah, if you scroll down a bit, well, you can see one of his pinned images is Odious from the first Kickstarter, and then if you just scroll through all of the other amazing work, you'll see some more of the uh, OG Odious. Did Wade confirm any Army Odious was in a particular conflict? No, and I think he never will. I mean, as Wedge said, this is a German uh, weapon, but I don't think that was like on purpose. I think that's just the reference that Bobo used. So that is just, what it is. Yeah, that'll be good. So yeah, I don't think it's not supposed to be a particular conflict because that just kind of limits the play as far as what timeline he's in. And I know Wade doesn't really want to do that. And that might change if he does end up getting to a comic book version. But yeah. Yeah, it is just good reference. And like when I was looking up, I couldn't find this particular weapon. I had to ask him for the reference for it, which means like it's a more unique, not as often seen weapon. So that just makes it a little bit more kind of timeless because it's familiar enough. Let's see, the design is a classic heavy caliber rifle, so just heavy ordnance. Yeah, absolutely. Wade's gonna have to map out these timelines eventually. I don't know. I think that's what's kind of like cool about it is I don't think he will have to map anything out in particular. And also since this is excuse me, since this isn't a particular or it is, but it isn't like a exact exactly recognizable uh, weapon, like it's good that Wedge was here because he has that knowledge. But because this is what it is, um, Wedge, because this is what it is and is not as highly recognizable, that means I can I'm going to take some artistic liberties a little bit just to even make it a little bit more uh, timeless and not exact. Because I think in the long run that will be kind of helpful. So, I mean, I'm not going to stray too much from the original design, but I'm not going to be like a slave to it, you know? That is more kind of what I'm alluding to. But yeah, like I said before, I appreciate all of you here. Very nice. This community has always been good to me in every sense. So whether you're lurking or you're chatting or hopefully going to bed soon, unless you are off tomorrow and get to relax. Yes, if you have not already disappeared, I am talking to you, Memi. You always tell people to hydrate and eat. I don't want you to forget to get your sleep. Oh, that's right, May Day. So you can be all night, huh? Well, I still don't want you to be up too late. That is the parent in me, but definitely appreciate you being here this evening. Because for me, it's only just about to be 8 o'clock. Do you have any May Day plans? I'm about to fall asleep though, so don't go alone. Oh, you are sweet. The bits. I appreciate you, Memi. It's been very nice to get to know you over this past, I guess, like week. Like we've only known each other for a week, and you are just the sweetest. I'm glad that you were chilling on May Day. Hope you have a great one. Sleep well. Thank you for coming by for a bit. Thank you for the bits. Everybody say bye, Memi. Bye, Mimi. Yes, I'm very happy that you were able to come by, and we will continue to talk about the thing that you questioned. Because yes, yes, yes. So good night, Mimi. All right, let's see where we're at. So we got that top bit. Oh, hydrate. Well, I only have a Coke, but I will probably get a water in a little bit. I will definitely drink more water after stream. I usually have a water, but today I've been just like sitting here. It is Coke Zero. Good eye. Go to bed. Oh, I see. Look at you with your little Coke Zero emote. That's very cute. Bye. Okay. So what I want to do, insert the insert. Yes, I am very lucky to keep running into very cool people. Why is it locked? There we go. Hold on. Let's fix it. No. Being weird. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave this here for now. See, what if I go to another object? Oh, it's doing that thing. Oh, is it because it's pinned? Ah, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, I've gotten to meet really cool people in the toy space and in the Twitch space in these past many months, so I do feel rather blessed in a lot of ways. Let's see, detail is your whole job. I'm always, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Six. I'm Mimi by Mimi. Yes, you should check her out. I think you would like her streams, Six. She is a sweetie pie. Okay, okay. Inset. Part of the tough part with stuff like this is just there's all these interesting little details on rifles that are not really in, important to the design, but then they're kind of combined or integrated into things that are in the functional design. And there's all these weird little like divots and runs along the surface where some of it is probably to help for gripping, some of it is for manufacturing purposes, and then other bits are just not really for anything in particular other than aesthetic. Later, Kev, gonna try to turn in. It's all looking super. Thank you very much, Josh. I always appreciate you, dude. Get some rest. I hope you have a good time. It's a convention that you're at, correct? I don't remember which one this is. There's so many I can't keep up. And also I haven't been able to like go and won't be going to any of the ones that I usually go to this year for my own stupid reasons. But yeah. Sleep well, dude, and we will talk soon for sure. See. Not oh work well, still. Try to find some fun. Good luck. Thanks for stopping by for the time that you were here. 1, 2. There we go. There we go. All right, some of that stuff is looking good. All right. Mostly I'm just like throwing in edge loops here and there just to get some of the harder edges that I want, but uh, there's a lot of softness in this stuff too. So I'm trying not to get it too harsh. Do you have a favorite of these four versions of Odious? Oh yeah, absolutely. Cowboy. Cowboy is number one for me. Second is probably going to be the Inuit Odious. Um, yeah. Those are my faves, 100%. Um, the Cowboy one, just because of all the cool looks it's going to have, he really was able to get a lot in that one. Thank you, Edge. So yeah, I am super stoked for Cowboy O. And same with the Inuit one. I just think the look is just so. Hey, what's up, Adam? How's it going, Adam B3D? Just working on some more Odious stuff. A rifle in particular. But as I have mentioned already tonight, that there's not really anything against doing uh, toy stuff or artistic stuff with pew pews, but since this is a pretty close replica, I'm still being pretty cautious with how I'm handling this. My thing really is like, yep, got a lot of the pew pews. My thing is if if they're like, hey, we're gonna pull your advertising for that one stream, it's like, okay, fine. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think I'm significant enough for it to be an issue. But I also don't want to cause any alarm bells or nothing. But yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Modeling a pew pew as an accessory for an action figure. And I'm not a huge pew pew person, but like I don't mind. I'm not super anti. I have gone to ranges and stuff. I do think personally, if we want to get into that, they're not as incredibly necessary as some people would like to believe. But also, like, I don't care if people like them. My thing is just more, I want to make sure that people have them are responsible as heck. See, I wouldn't have even thought about that, but I guess you'd be safe. Yeah, I looked it up and it looks like, I'm fine. They're more concerned with people like with people doing stupid stuff on stream with actual stuff and, in the artistic sense, as long as I'm not like advocating for any particular bad thing, Um, I should be in the clear, but of course, since it's on screen and it's not typically what I'm doing, it has been kind of the topic of the night because I feel like I gotta explain what I'm doing, one, and then I had to just be, had to look up and be clear on what I might possibly run into doing something like this on stream. Because I was full ready to be like, well, I'm going to spend my day doing this, and then stream I'll be just processing the files for the figure. But then I saw it wasn't, so I got to spend my day doing the more, how do you say, boring stuff, which some people might not find boring, but it's just the more tedious parts of the work. And then I get to actually create some stuff actually on stream, you know? People do dumb stuff on stream, all the time. All the time. It doesn't even need to be related to anything that you would normally think of as dumb, but people find ways to be dumb. They do be dumbing. See. Oh yeah, no. There's people that go, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I just don't want to like have to worry about it. So I wanted to cover my bases and see if I can figure some stuff out before and make sure I was generally in the clear, which I'm pretty confident I am. Okay. Yep. Liking how that's looking so far. Okay. I think this is a little bit different than I originally thought. No, so my reference is the actual pew pew, and then but my initial reference. Let me see if I can bring that up. See, it was a drawing basically overlaid on this and had the details changed. But since it was an overlay and not like exact, so some of these things kind of like were hard for me to decipher. So I asked for the actual reference that he used. And even still, it's a little hard to decipher, but it's fine. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy with it. I just want to get it kind of close. No, it is a. Let me scroll up in chat because Wedge had said what it is. The Sergeant 44. It's an old German World War II rifle. It's okay. I don't know mine either. So we were also having that conversation too. That I I'm not a dude. Like the most I knew about guns ever, uh, mostly was like COD and stuff. And so like again, even in video games, people stream with like guns in video games all the time and talk about them. So, I'm not too worried about modeling one in 3D. but I also just wanted to make sure my bases were covered. But yeah, I don't know anything about this stuff either. Ads are going to start in a minute, so if you are hanging out, please stick around through the ads. If you are a subscriber, then you get to go through the 3 minutes of ads. I continue to work on this thing. Normally I do a little bit of a stoppage, but because I've got somewhat of a deadline, I will not be doing that tonight. And that's okay. But whether you're subbed or not, thank you for your time and hanging out. I do appreciate everyone that takes time from their evening to spend it here with me. Nerd. Yeah, I'm a nerd. So are you though, dude. You slaying right now while you're watching or what? If you want to talk about how nerdy anyone is. All right, ads have begun. If you are subbed, hello. If you are not, you cannot hear me. For those of you who are hanging out and are here tonight and are new, thank you. If you're watching live on the outskirts, normally I'm a little bit more talkative about what I'm doing, but this is more of a work along stream where I am completing some freelance work. So I'm a bit more focused on completing what I'm doing more than the educational aspect of my streams that it normally is. But if you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I enjoy the process. I enjoy sharing knowledge. I enjoy learning while I'm in this environment too. So if you're a ZBrush user and you have thoughts on what I'm doing, then I am more than happy to hear what you have to say. I love working in 3D. I've been doing it for about 20 years professionally now, a little bit over that. I started in 2005 and have loved it ever since. All right, I'm going to save this where it is. All right, we're back. Thanks for sticking through the ad break. I appreciate that. Some of the things that I said during the ad break is that I've been doing this kind of work now for about 20 years. Been making toys. I originally started as a traditional sculptor, dabbling in a little bit of 3D, and then transitioned into working in this software pretty much full time. And this is called ZBrush. This is what I'm using right now. And I don't know if you heard me, Six, or if you're still kind of lurking, or if you're still in chat and can hear me, but are you slaying the spire right now? I know it sounds like it, folks, but that's not an innuendo, though it could be. It easily could be. Okay, so let's put it there. That, oop, split, unmasked. There we go. Now those are inset. All right, we're almost done with this front bit. I'm very excited with that. I actually believe I get to drop this section here. Okay, erase this up. See, I don't get any of it, but I support my husband, wife. Husband, wife, wait. I thought it was just your husband. How am I both? What is this? This is new. This is new to the lore. Also, do you have any questions? Because it's okay to ask questions if you want things to make more sense. I mean, most of what I'm doing right now, especially with this particular piece, is just pushing and pulling points to match the design, and I'm creating more edge loops and adding more edges and points where I need to add details. Because right now it's a very low resolution, low poly, So sometimes where there's a detail, there probably isn't like a point or an edge there. So I need to figure out how to strategically place those points and edges when there isn't something already there to work with. So that's most of what I'm doing tonight. And I appreciate you coming to support me. It means a lot. And that goes for all of you out there who are also watching, folks that are kind of in the outskirts, that are maybe just watching live and not in the chat, and also, very much also, the folks in the chat. Because if it wasn't for y'all, the streams would be very lonely. And I do feel lucky in the fact that, yeah, since I have started, the streams have been rather fun and chats have been pretty lively for most of the time. Obviously, it can't be 100% of the time, especially late ones like this, and especially with people in different time zones. Oof, yeah, I am also blessed to have people from all over the place stumbling upon what I'm doing here. Okay. All right, I gotta duplicate some stuff. But I've got to move it first. All right, that's looking good. All right, now I can mirror it on the other side. Sometimes when things are already on the other side and they were created in the way, as you add more parts and make adjustments, when you start to move them, the mirror has crossed for some pieces. So you have to kind of figure out what pieces those are and then redo the mirroring. And it doesn't take that long. Okay. Front is looking pretty good. I want to make this bigger. Okay, now I can focus on the main body. And some stuff. So here is to cock and reload. So this is only going to be on one side. So I'm definitely going to have to make sure I have that on the opposite side because this image came in swapped, and I like to work in the opposite direction, things going from left to right as I read. So I flipped the image, but that means I need to make sure that some of the details that I know will only be like the safety and the reload for it are on the appropriate side. Let's see, will you need to thicken anything up for 3D printing? I don't know what size it will be. Some of it, yes, probably. I'm trying to uh, consider like we have to make this part. The barrel should be fine. That should be good. What I will probably end up thickening, I'll just do it right now, just because, is this bit right here, because it's just really small. But yeah, I'll probably still mess with some of that stuff as I'm ending. Like I've already need to thicken this bit. This is already thick, normally would be. I can tell right here. There we go. I still might thicken it a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Um, it will print fine because my printer can print pretty fine, but this is going to be manufactured, so there's other things that need to be considered. And the factory that is being worked with is pretty good, so I'm sure if there's any issues, I can either rework stuff or they will take care of it. But yeah, I definitely will be doing as much as I can to prevent that as well. See, it's hard to know what will print okay when you haven't used a 3D printer. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, there's kind of a minimum is like 1.2 or 1.5 millimeters is like about as thin as you want to go. You don't want to go thinner than that. I mean, clearly the layers of a 3D printer are very, very thin, so it can print incredibly thin, but it doesn't necessarily survive the printing process, and then let alone the manufacturing process as well. So, there's that. And it was a lot of trial and error for me to kind of get used to it, because even so, sometimes even printing at that small uh, amount layer wise, it doesn't always turn out the way you want it. So there's still a little trial and error that happens. Hot man talk, brain turn off. Anything you say, handsome. This is very cool information. Thank you. Thank you, Six. I appreciate it. I feel like I don't I don't know what it is about today, but I've been getting glazed up tons. I've never considered myself a super attractive person. I don't think I'm ugly by any means, but someone called me classically handsome today, which I was not expecting to hear. And then people fairly regularly like my facial hair when I do have it fully grown out like this. And so there were just some extra comments today as well on that particular subject matter that were nice and unexpected. But thank you, Six, as always, for making me feel so nice. I wonder if I take this up, if it'll blend the way I want it to. No, I don't think so. Bring it in just a little bit more. Come on. There we go. What have you been up to, Mr. Adam 3D? Have you been working on anything cool? You were asking questions about 3D printing, and you mentioned how it's challenging to kind of know and judge on what you're doing when you haven't done it. So, have you done much for 3D printing at all? Or is it pretty foreign to you as far as just seeing the fruits of your labor in 3D form in the physical after you've created it? Also, I will say I'll probably go, let's see. Yeah, I'll do my usual time. I'll go to the last ad break, which looks like it's in about 40 minutes from now, and then I will call it a night. And I'll keep working, but I'm gonna end stream because I need to make sure I'm not too loud for my kiddo because he has school tomorrow. It's not May Day for him, unfortunately. Yeah, I was working on a miniature, but I'm putting off the keying stage because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Um, I don't know if you know all the ways to contact me, but you can check me on Instagram. If you haven't already, reach out to me because I do that all the time. So if you have any questions, please uh, let me help you. I'd be happy to. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I'll hit you up. Allow. That's so funny that it auto modded that. I'll hit you up. Okay, now let's start adding some of these details. I think I got all the pieces that I want in place. That there, 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 there. Is that about right? Maybe a little bit thinner. There we go. Let's put in the middle. Blink. Okay. All right, grab the right one. Okay. You, on the other hand, bye. Let's see. Yeah, I can see why, but it's a bit funny. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I understand it because it's like there's like self-promotion stuff and people there's it's basically like harassment like, "Hey, I want to contact you." But it is kind of funny when it's like somebody that I am communicating with has to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I appreciate the auto modding and all that kind of thing for sure. But I think I did ask what you were up to, and you were talking about, the struggles with uh, printing and stuff. But have you been, so you said you're doing miniatures, like D&D stuff for people, or, what kind of minis are you working on? Let's see. Does it even keep the viewbot spammers away? Um, Not really. No. I mean, it'll let me know because it can totally tell, and it's supposed to hide them from view for you guys and allow me or moderator, which I don't have any moderators. I just am uh, modding myself because, let's face it, it's a very manageable chat. So it would be nice if it did a better job, but it is what it is. There we go. So no, it doesn't truly keep the view botters away in a meaningful way, but it does it enough that it's really not that big of a deal for me. There we go. been seeing them a lot on smaller channels. Yeah, I mean, the point is obviously smaller channels are smaller, and they're probably targeting smaller channels because you want to grow, right? So yeah, me, I'm not in a rush to grow. Growth is nice, but I am enjoying, just doing the streaming thing. I'm not in a rush to grow. I think the pace that I'm going is pretty good, so I'll just keep that. Keep going at the rate I'm going. And even if I wanted to grow more, I'm not interested in doing it the ViewBot way. I kind of understand, you know, if you're trying to do stuff and the money is involved, the appeal of that. But, you know, I'm not doing this for the money. If I was lucky enough for that to change where this was like lucrative, that would be cool. There's lots of benefits to just doing the streaming itself and being seen. And I've already kind of seen that one in like growth of art community and people reaching out and wanting to work with me in different capacities. So it is, pretty great. So the money with this is kind of secondary or even tertiary. So like the view bots are just annoying. Where I could see for some people, um, the money aspect of things would be more important. So I can see how view botting could be appealing to them, and also how those bots, it would be easier for them to target smaller streamers. Let's see. I don't watch a lot of Twitch, but you do a great job engaging chat and guiding conversations. Oh, thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that. And yes, Wedge, thank you for lurking. I appreciate you as always. Um, I do have a performance and teaching background, so lucky for me, it's not too challenging to keep uh, kind of being engaged. I've had practice at that, and then my theater background has kind of afforded me the ability to perform. I don't really consider this a performance, but still there's skills that kind of carry over, you know. So I'm lucky that I inadvertently kind of trained for this. Extrude, there we go. And I know you don't watch a lot of Twitch, but I think you're in enough YouTube lives, and it's the same. Like I probably will eventually cross over into that world and either dual stream or end up at YouTube. I don't know. not end up at YouTube, but end up focused on YouTube. But we'll see. I do enjoy Twitch and I enjoy the community that I've been able to kind of get to know and be a part of here. So I don't see myself like ever going away from Twitch. But even for me, who's like not looking for the monetary aspect of things per se, it's still something I need to consider and it's a part of it. So I do want to like try to make a little money. And I have heard that YouTube pays a little bit better. So if I can take advantage of that as well, then I will. Yeah, no. Twitch has been good to me in many ways. I've met a lot of cool people. Um, also, I'm not going to be going anywhere because I've been moderating for people on Twitch as well. So it would seem silly to me to vacate for those reasons. See, lurking. I lurk aggressively. You know I'm here. Yes, I do. I do. And I appreciate you. I appreciate all the people that are lurking, the folks that are chatting with me every once in a while. I think for me, one of the things I do enjoy the most is chatting with folks because it does make the work go by a little faster. Even if people aren't chatting back, if I know that they're there and listening, then I know that I have someone that I'm talking to and sharing some information with. It helps the work time go by. See, sorry, I'm just a lurker with nothing to say tonight. Hey, that's fine. I hope you heard what I had to say that, it don't matter. I appreciate the lurks. I enjoy the community. So if you are lurking, don't fret. See, we'll probably go for another so minutes. I think we're making good progress. Probably by the time the stream is over, I won't have much left to do to actually finish off this rifle, which will be good. And then I can finish processing and exporting parts. And lucky for me, a lot of stuff's already like processed. So I'll be, unfortunately, still working late, but my hope is that I'll actually be able to get through a lot of it and be to bed at a reasonable time tonight. So really, if anything, wish me luck for that, because that is something that I would love dearly. Okay, let's see. Move this. And also, it's nice to hear that people find me engaging on here. Because sometimes it's hard to tell, you know? And the goal is to kind of like keep yapping and not have people feel too bored. What's happening here? I feel like I've created two separate versions of this. Split similar. There we go. That, whatever that was. But yeah, if you're lurking, please, please, please don't feel bad for lurking. I, of course, will always be excited when people are chatty. But I also understand that people can't always be chatty. So I think this has been a pretty good chat tonight, to be fair. considering there's been so many people that are like, I'm just lurking. Well, if y'all are looking so hard, lurk better, because you're actually pretty chatty, and I like it. And I also think I'm going to be even more quiet these last minutes as well, because I'm kind of locked in, and I'm trying to not get too locked in. Because as much as it is nice to lock in, I feel like I want to do that less in this circumstance. Because I will be locking in plenty, at least I hope so, once stream is over. Increase, increase, increase. Oh, I think I'm gonna sneeze. See if I do it. Here we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually not gonna sneeze, but next time. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, I'm good. And next time I'm gonna try to mute myself and actually let myself sneeze. But I feel like that'll actually be more productive. Form a sneeze. Okay, so I need ones down here, something here. It does go the bottom one goes the length. That's right about there. And this one, that's right about there. I'll do some more creases. Around the attached edge to these extrusions. There we go. Some nice extruded bars. Right now I need a washer kind of shape. I feel like there's something probably in here. If there isn't, oh, that might be. Nope, not up there. Go back. Oh, hey. Why won't you let me click on you? Oh, that is weird. Okay, go back to you. Okay. Oh, it's doing a weird highlighty thing on this. See if I can get it to go all the way over. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Work around. Okay. That was weird. I've never seen it do that before. Get this to be about that size. There we go. Yay. I think I do get to move it over a bit too. It's about here. Nice. All right. You get to drop this stuff. So I think I misinterpreted it, or actually the previous reference is not quite clear enough on the levels of some of this stuff up here. So gotta lower it and even it out a bit. And then I'll be able to figure out the trough for the reloading of the rifle. I mean, this is an automatic, so it's just the visual of the mechanism that does that, because it still does it in a visible sense. I believe it's only on one side. There is a little bit of a stair step, but it's not as drastic as how I had it. We're doing good. Got 5 more minutes till our last ad break. We've been going for a little over 2 hours. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out, sticking around. Really appreciate everyone that's hanging out, that's been chatting, that is in lurk mode now. I think everybody's in lurk mode. It was a bit of a warm weekend, and I hope y'all had, something fun to do yesterday. And you got to get ready for tomorrow. Some of you, it's a holiday. For a lot of us, it isn't. So it's getting back to work. So y'all are going to need your rest. And I hope you get it. I appreciate you carving out some time to hang here. I hope it's been enjoyable. I have been told that I'm soothing, and I hope it's true for more than just that one person. Because it's nice to know that I might be able to help people relax and feel a little bit better after a long weekend as they prepare and decompress and get ready for a busy work week. There we go. So yeah, very much coming together. A lot done tonight. And so much of it is when you guys help me drudge through. As much as I love doing stuff, this is the more difficult stuff for me. Accessories things, only because I find character art more interesting. Oh, good night, Carrie. Thanks for hanging out. I am almost gonna good night myself, or at least stream wise. So thank you for hanging out and lurking and having me in the background. I'm your second screen. That's cool. An honor to be. Oh, it's auto saving. All right. Ads are going to start very, very, very soon. It's telling me 2 seconds, which means it'll probably be another 15 to 20 seconds. Hear that? That's my knuckles. I've had cracky knuckles forever. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So close. Come on, ads. There we go. Ads have begun. That trough goes. How far back does it go? I think it kind of goes all the way back to here. Goes all the way up here. Stops right about there. Minute and a half until the ads are done. Okay, let's split this. Split unmasked. Whoa, oh no, okay. Gotta reattach this. Split unmasked. Go here. We will merge down. There we go. That's a better way to fix it. And we're back from ads. All right, let me finish what I'm doing real quick. Delete hidden. All right, and there is the trough on that side, not on that side. And I'll put a little knob at the end there. But yeah, that is where we are going to finish for tonight, at least for on stream. I'm going to save. And then I'll bring the other Odious heads back up for the conclusion. Oh, right, just do the same one. But there we go. Um, Thank you so much, everybody who hung out tonight. Thank you for lurking. Some of you guys are gonna fall asleep still in my chat, and that's nice. Um, yeah, wrapping up Odious. For those of you who have purchased this figure, got a nice sneak peek at most of the additional heads that weren't shown at the campaign right here, and some of the accessories. Oh, I'll also bring up the katana again because that's cool. Yeah, so just can't thank y'all enough for hanging out. It's a blast all the time. I'm KGart82 on Instagram and YouTube, where I put my archive VODs, and right here on Twitch. Um, been doing this for 6 months now, a little bit over that, and yeah, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Half a year, that means. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it in those terms. People having their anniversaries. I have been considering, oh, what'll I do once I reach a year? So I gotta figure that out. Hey, how's it going? It's my fishing pal. Yeah, I'm just about to wrap up actually. Um, but yeah, here's a katana that I was working on. Um, I'll show you the heads that I've been working on this week. Many different heads. It's all for an action figure that I'm doing with a buddy of mine. And then what I was working on tonight was this, a pew pew. Because there's several different versions of them. One is a Ronin, so that's what the katana's for, the sword. And then one is an army variant of the character, and that's why we have the rifle. And there is a Inuit version, and he has this as a weapon with a variant of this. So yeah, thanks for popping in for a second, Allie, as I am ending. So I don't know if you popped in to say hi and are lurking or what, but I'm just signing out for everybody. So we'll go back to full screen. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I got more work to do because I got to get all this done uh, for the morning, at least most of it. So we will see. Got to get stuff to the factory so they can start working. And yeah, so thank you again for hanging out. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next week, likely at regular time. Let me double check my calendar, make sure my Saturday's good. Yes, I believe so. Yep, the ninth. So yeah, I will be here regular time next week on Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think you were streaming earlier, Ali, so I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a good time. And yeah, bye everybody.